Hi everybody, hello, welcome to our Sunday afternoon games. Our junk journaling. I hope that you love junk journaling as much as I do. It's a fabulous pastime, it really is. All you're taking is bits of paper and some glue, a bit of ink maybe, and you end up with lovely things. It's amazing. Anyway, I'm back on the Easy Peasy envelope today, and you will remember that I had completed the Edith Holden version just on my own, just to make sure I could do it. So that's complete. And then yesterday we concentrated on the Santa Claus one, and I showed you that I also had a shabby chic one in the workings. So I have actually attached all my papers. I'm not sure if I did that yesterday, and I have put the papers on all the cards, all the nice Christmas papers on the cards, and Mr. F this morning has put the eyelets in and all the charms that Miranda so kindly sent me, and the little jingle bell, it really jingles now. I'll put it by the microphone so you can hear it. It's a jingly bell. So yeah, we've got a stocking, we've got a candy cane, a jingle bell, Rudolph and a snowflake, and they're really, really lovely, and I'm very grateful to you, Miranda. Thanks very much indeed. Now, I'll leave that to one side today, but don't worry, I'm not leaving you with a half undone Santa. That would never do. But today I'm going to concentrate on the shabby chic, and then tomorrow I'm going to do another live, same time, and I'll concentrate on getting Santa up to the same place. Okay, so at the end of this, we're going to have 3 completed Easy Peasy journals. The shabby chic, Edith Holden, and Santa Claus. Okay? Of course, you don't need to do 3. You can if you want. Nothing's stopping you. And actually, when you're in the flow, you might as well do 3 as do 1. But anyway, this is the shabby chic one version of it. It's exactly the same. The construction of the envelope is exactly the same, and I've put the papers on in exactly the same way. I've inked around them, sewn around them, stuck them all on, and I've just made a start putting things where I think they might want to fit. The only different thing with this is, with the Edith, I knew I'd have to undo this. It took me ages to do it up properly. With the Edith, I put in journaling pages. I sew them in with a pamphlet stitch, as you can see, through onto that little spine that we've got. With the shabby chic one, I've decided not to sew signatures in. I think I will with Santa Claus, but with this one I've decided not to put signatures in. And I have put in some little booklets like that. So I've covered the inside with lined paper, so there's journaling in there, and I've just stuck a tag onto the outside, otherwise you can't grab it. So they go in the side of the envelopes, the bits that we cut off yesterday to make these pockets. And I've got 3 of those. Doesn't want to go in because I've got that paper clip there. I'll just leave it out just now. So I've got that one, I've got this one, and I've got this one, and they're all from the chapter 1. I think they're Strawberry Fields, this one's called. And so you can see where I've put the tags on. They all sort of line up, so they look nice down the side of the thing. The only other different thing is I have made this one, and I'm going to make another one now, which is another little booklet, but I have actually put journaling in it, and I've just passed this ribbon through there, tied it on the sort of edge, if you like, so as when it goes in you can see there's something there and you can pull it out by the ribbon. So altogether I'm going to have 2 of these little booklets, and 3 of these just pages that fold out like that for journaling. The tag that I've put on the side I've made out of paper, because if I made out of card it would be really awkward to get it open. As you can see, the paper just bends, so it's quite easy. Okay, so that's that. So let's make a start then by making our little booklet. Roll call.
Roll call. We've got some new people today.
Oh.
We've got Terry.
Hiya, Terry.
Jean.
Hi, Jean.
Jania.
Hello, Jania.
Benice.
Hi, Benice.
Deborah.
Hiya, Deborah.
Bear with. Hilda.
Hello, Hilda. I was waiting for your name to come up. Hello.
Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Sharon Davis.
Hi, Sharon.
Carol Vaughan.
Hello, Carol.
Shaz.
Hiya, Shaz. Thanks for joining.
Tracy Lander.
Tracy, new name. Hello, welcome.
Miranda.
Hi, Miranda.
Ellen Adams.
Hello, Helen.
Ellie Dawn.
Hi, Ellie.
Susan Peavey.
Hi, Susan.
Ros.
Hello, Roz.
Lynn Whitman.
Oh, hi, Lynn. Nice to have you back with us.
Leslie M.
Hi, Leslie.
Ellen Pritson from the Netherlands.
Helen.
Helen.
Hi, Helen.
Ellen. No H.
Oh, Ellen. Hi, Ellen.
My guess.
Oh, my guess. I thought you said my guess. Hi,
My
Mike.
guess, is this Mike?
Wow, got lots of you today.
Carey, Robert.
Hi, Carrie.
That is possibly it. Jen.
Hi, Jen.
You always come as a pair. Miranda, did I say Miranda?
You did. Hello, Miranda.
I think that's possibly it. Oh, Jan.
Hi, Jan. Thanks for joining.
Possibly it. If I missed you.
Wow, there's
shout
lots
out.
of you today. I didn't hear you say Mabel, and I can see that
Oh,
Mabel's
Mabel.
on.
Sorry, Mabel.
So, hello, Mabel. Right, if you've missed anybody out, shout up. So I'm just going to show you how I made the little booklet with the ribbon on. It's not difficult.
Pat Fleet.
Pat! Hello! Oh, it's so nice to have you back. Thanks for joining. Right, so this little booklet, in the Strawberry Fields, Chapter 1 Strawberry Fields pack, you get loads of these little booklets, and I love them anyway. So, you know, nothing's stopping you cutting it in half and having it as a journal card if you wanted to, but I really like these little booklets. So I have covered the inside with my lined paper. I've sewn all around the outside. I've inked it to death, and I'm just going to put these 2 little pieces of journaling space, commonly known as paper. Yeah, 2 bits of paper are going in here. Oh dear, this is going to be one of those days. And I'm just paper clipping it in place because I'm going to take it to the machine. You could do a 3 whole pamphlet stitch if you wanted, nothing stopping you. I'm just going to sew this quickly on the machine. Come on, Chair, come with me. Just going to make sure my needle's in the middle. I'm just going to start up a little bit and reverse back just to give it a bit of strength. It's probably an idea on something like this to lengthen your stitch a little bit. You don't want it to perforate. I haven't on mine, but I should have done. So down to the end of that and reverse a little bit, just to lock the stitches in. And it's as quick as that. So we'll just cut the ends off and we made ourselves a booklet. trying to be really good about getting all my thread ends into the bin, because otherwise you come with a hoover. I don't come with the hoover. And Mr. F comes with the hoover, and then you hear him, and it's because the hoover's picked up threads.
The hired help.
The hired help. Well, he's not even hired. He just don't get paid.
Not much help either. Come to think of it.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what happens. Right. So I'm using this really thin. I don't know what it is. About 3mm, I'd say. Ribbon, and it's in a kind of silvery blue colour, which I think is in keeping, let's say, with what we're doing. And I'm just putting it up the centre there. Turn it over.
Nancy says hi.
Hiya, Nancy.
So
how you doing?
So she's still in hospital, but had surgery and recovering.
Oh, you were on my mind all last Thursday. All of it. Couldn't get you off my mind. So I'm trying to keep this fairly tight whilst tying a bow. And I'm rubbish at tying bows, so...
Hi, Maureen.
Hi, Maureen. That was just two... Can I borrow your finger, please?
Which one?
Any? Any, really.
Yeah.
Thanks. Lovely. Thank you very much. So I hope you have a Mr. Fix-It around to help you.
Or at least a finger.
At least a finger. Doesn't have to really be attached. I'm just going to tie the ends of the bow in over again on themselves, because it's right on the edge of the booklet and it might just come undone. So I'm just double tying that. So there's our little booklet. Really didn't take long at all. And I'll put all those in together at the end when I've moved all the paper clips out the road. Are you offering a finger of help?
No, it's for Shaz.
Oh, it's for Shaz.
And for anybody else that needs a wave.
I shall wave too. I don't like being kept out of things. Right, so there we have it, look. 2 booklets with the ribbons on the end, which was an idea I picked up from Carol Tinson. Thank you, Carol. Very inspirational. And our 3 little just folded over journaling cards, really. Okay, so let's make a start. So I spent all morning trying to get things together to save me having to do the boring stuff on camera, because it struck me yesterday that some of you were bored and you'd gone right off piste. So, you know, I'm trying to keep you amused today. So let's see then. This one here, I decided, it's the thing about doing things in advance. You can't remember what it was that you actually decided to do. Yes, I think I was just going to make a pocket with that and pop these 2 lovely, really lovely tags in. I love this set. I think this is from the Chapter 1 Sugared Almond set. Really, oh, the gorgeous papers. This is the Shabby Patchwork. These ones that I showed you here are the Strawberry Fields, gorgeous, and these ones are the Sugared Almonds. And I bought all 3 together, and I'm pleased I did, really, because they all meld together really, really nicely. I just use them sort of interchangeably because they're all much of a muchness, really. So this is a journaling card that comes in the kit, but I'm going to make it into a pocket. So I'm only using thin paper for this, guys, which is unlike me. I usually use very thick paper, but with these little easy peasy journals, they can't stand much thickness before they really start to gape. And although I don't have that much of a problem with gaping journals, I like them to be full, there's a kind of limit, you know. So I'm trying to build down, as it were, to a thickness. So on the back you'll see you've got all these crisscross lines, and you just need to take the corners out. So go in at an angle right to the middle and out again like that. Do that on all 4 corners. It's absolutely horrendous day here. It's pouring from the heavens. It's black as my mum used to say, black as the Earl of Hexham's waistcoat. So here we are.
It says, what kit is this? Do you know that?
It's the chapter 1, and there's 3 kits. There's the shabby patchwork, which is this one with these sort of papers, patchworky sort of papers. Then there is sugared almonds, which is these ones, these sort of ones. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous kit. I think this one might be sugared almonds as well. You get sort of labels and pockets, etc. And then there is the strawberry fields, which is this one with the strawberries and flowers on it. And there's some really nice papers that come with the strawberry fields, but I didn't print them out. But all of these little journaling cards, they're all strawberry fields. All of them are strawberry fields. This one's a real pretty one. So I bought the 3 together, as I say, and I'm really pleased I did. I just used them all really interchangeably. I mean, look at those tags. How delightful are they? Pretty sure that's sugared almonds. Right, so back to our pocket.
Sugared almonds.
Ugh.
I like a nice sugared almond.
I don't, that's why we never have any.
It's true.
I don't like nuts.
Apart from me.
Apart from you. So I'm going to fold that top in there, and that's just going to add a little bit of thickness to that top edge, just to give it a bit of support, particularly with this thin paper that I'm using. So fold the rest of your edges in. Hopefully that's something like square. And there we go, and let's just test it. So I'm hoping that fits onto that page. Yes, it does. Good, good, good. I'm going to ink around here on my very inky board. Did mean to wash it actually, but I forgot. Just going to ink with Vintage Photo. Just a little bit. You don't have to ink. I don't know why. I'm just in a real inking mood at the moment. Everything's getting inked to within an inch of its life. So let's stick that in there then. Before I do that, I'm just going to stick this top edge down. Hello, here you are. And out the way before we stick the rest on. Doesn't take a lot of glue. So as I say, that bit there's just going to lend a bit of strength to the rest of it. Fold it in like that. That'll stick down in the fullness of time. It's just to make your life easier really if it sticks at this stage. Okay. So pop that on there fairly centrally, fairly straight. I think that's about right. Give it a good push down. Now in the kits, one of them, I think it's the sugared almonds, you get loads and loads of little labels and things, most of which I have cut out somewhere at some stage. Yeah, I think they're all in here actually, in my cutouts. So you could, if you wanted to, just add a little label down there, and I think I'm going to do that. Looks quite nice. Just looks a bit more finished, doesn't it? Haven't inked around this. I'm just going to take my walnut stain and just go around the edges, just so you can't see that, the white edge of the paper. There we go. I'm going to just stick that down there. Like that. Just takes the plainness off it. Looks like you've thought about it a little bit. And I have cut out these two. That's from Shabby Patchwork, obviously, because it's patchwork. This, I think, is sugared almonds. I've backed them with the lined paper that I've used throughout this. I'm just going to give them a little bit of an ink. I'm sorry, but I ran out of time. Otherwise, I would have done this. To save you being bored. You know, the alternative to me doing this and inking and cutting and stuff, if you do get bored with it, is that I can do videos and I can edit all that out. So, you know, if it's really getting on your wick watching all the inking and stuff, let me know and I'll do videos. I won't be offended in the slightest. It's easier for me actually to do videos. So, you know, let me know if you'd rather do away with all the inking, cutting, dithering, flapping around that I normally do. Because I can understand it probably gets on your nerves. Now I'm not going to put anything through the tops of any of these tags. Once again, it's for bulk. I'm going to cut the holes out, but not put anything in. Now you know you can put something in if you want to, but I just think it's just going to add too much bulk to my little journal here. My easy peasy envelope journal. So I'm going to pop that in at the back, that in there, and there we are. That's a nice page already. It's lovely actually. So for this page,
everybody's saying do lives.
Do lives. Okay. All right. I hear you. I just thought, you know, I think it was yesterday I looked up and you were all discussing blinking internet providers and whatever, and I thought, well, you know, they must be bored. Otherwise, why are you discussing that? So that's why I thought, well, I'll give you the option. Speak up now if you want to, and let me know. Right, so for this one...
It's like the old women sitting around the guillotine, though. It's better if it's live.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Knitting away, waiting for the guillotine to drop.
So for this one, I'm going to put on a tummy tuck down here. For those of you that are new to our channel, we don't have belly bands because it sounds a bit crass. We have tummy tucks, and this is going to be our tummy tuck down there. And I've made this envelope up like this, but I've just got something I want to show you with it first. But in the meantime, I'll stick this down. So this is a up and down the page tummy tuck. And I want it just at the edge of my paper, not the edge of the envelope. So I'm just going to mark that. And surely even I can cut that. I won't be too sure like. Well, I'm so glad we've got Pat back today and Lynn. Honestly, you girls, you worry me to death.
And these new people, of course.
And new people, and Nancy. Oh my goodness me.
Did I mention Tracy earlier?
No, I don't think you did. Hello, Tracy. So I'm just going to ink around here just a little. With me. What's left of my poor old vintage photo. It's like me, it's on its last legs. And I don't think that particularly needs any inking. Right, so let's stick that on. Whoops, sorry, I knocked the microphone. Sorry if it was loud. Just going to eyeball that actually. Where have standards dropped? Terrible. It's a bit of ink top and bottom. This is so pretty, this set. I have missed Shabby Chic, I don't mind telling you. I love it, it's my favourite of all. Even more than Edith. Yeah, even more than Edith. Whoever would have thought it. So give that a good press down. There we go. Now then, oh, I'm not sure that's straight. Oh, no, I'm going to have to get my ruler out after all. So that's 1.5 inches. And that is not 1.5 inches. It's not far off. Yeah, that's alright. Now that doesn't look straight at all. Come on. 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches. It's off at the blinking top now. What's going on here? Well, I might be kind of stuck now. I can't live with that. I just can't live with it.
Jen's saying that she needed a new address passbook, so she created one of these because it's going to work great.
Oh, brilliant.
And I can see that. I can see that it would work. I suppose you could make one with 26 envelopes and have one card for each letter of the alphabet. What
do you mean a passbook? What's that?
Telephone book. You know.
Ah, telephone book.
You know.
Yeah.
A password address book she's got.
Oh yes, I see. Yeah.
The names and addresses.
Yeah.
Are you with us now?
Just keep it simple. Right. I finally got that in. The easiest thing in the world to do. Right. I didn't double print this, which is what I normally do with envelopes, so you get a nice print in there. But what I am going to do is get my rose stencil, which I had to hand up until about 10 seconds ago. Oh, come on. Oh, here it is. This stencil gets used for lots of things. I like it a lot. So I've got vintage photo on there. You might want to choose something a bit lighter, perhaps. But it does the job. So there we are. Now then, I am actually, surprisingly, going to go around all the flaps. And this was a little, well, I've changed it a bit, but initially the idea came from Norma and crafted by Norma. Get it right. So there we are. And what I'm going to do now is get a little bit of my lined paper, and I'm just going to put it in the centre there, so we've got a little bit of...
Sean Morris says hi.
Hi, Sean. Thanks for joining. It's nice today. We've got lots of you with us. So I'm just going to cut that off there and see if it fits, basically. I've never done this before, so it's a bit of trial and error. Cut that off over there. Oops. Right, so that is going to get stuck down in there. I'm not going to stick the envelope down together. How rad is that? It's like that rad. Miss Pico's hip hop. I'm saying, yeah.
Sweet Pea Papers would want to know, do you use a die for the envelopes or are they part of the ephemera?
In this case, they were part of the ephemera, but what I normally do is, when you get something like this in a kit, I draw around it on a plain piece of paper and I put it in my template box. So then in future I have, you know, templates that I can just call on and use. That's what I do. But this one, no, this one was a piece of ephemera. I think that's just a touch on the wide side. Take a walk on the wide side. I know it was wild instantly. Right, let's give that a whirl, see what happens with that. There we are. And I need to fold that up. So yes, I know that it's exactly the same as if you made an envelope up and stuck a bit of paper in it. But it's not, is it? It's different. Something different. And that's quite nice. I quite like it. Oop, I haven't folded that in right. I'm not overly keen on these kits that are pre-inked for you. I like to make the decision myself whether to ink it or not and where to ink it. But the rest of this kit's so lovely, I'll let it off. What's the matter, Shades?
Well, there's only two things he needs in his life.
Yeah, food and to go outside.
Yep. I'll see which one this is.
By trying them outside first?
Yeah. So if I give him food, it doesn't solve his problem, but if I throw him out, it solves both.
That's true. Right, so what am I doing? Little bit of ink. Honestly, I've gone ink crazy. Is there no stopping the woman? It would appear not. Oh no, I do not need to ink the back because it gets stuck down. That's right, I forgot that, gets stuck down. So let's just stick that down. So when you open your envelope, you've got a surprise because you've got a journaling spot inside it. And it just struck me as something a bit different, something I'd quite like to include. That's what I thought. And because we've got nice stenciling all around, it looks really nice, I think. Like Julie from Camellia Craft says, give it that colour, give it a minute just to kind of set up a little bit before you start pushing and pulling it. Because it's not an instant grab glue. So, you know, that's fine, just give it a minute, then push it down. And then really push it down. Okay, so that's that. That's going to live happily. Look at that, that's just folding over there because I haven't cut it out quite right. And I hate it when it does that, so I'm just going to trim that off. There. And it's the same at the other side. Don't know if you can hear that rain against the window. It's absolutely awful here. No, it's still not enough. There's a little bit there.
It's beyond Dreek today.
Beyond Dreek. Right, so there we are. Lovely. We've got that. And that's just going to pop into there. And when somebody takes the envelope out, they're going to get a nice surprise because it's more than they thought it was. So, fine. Doing well. Might get another one in there, you know, another tag. Because I've gusseted this, I've actually got a fair bit of room there. I'll see what it looks like when I've finished, but I might come back and put another tag in there. Right, so this one here, yes, I remember. I have cut out two of these pockets that come with the Strawberry Fields kit. That one says Forget Me Not, and this has got a heart on it, and I love Forget Me Nots. So my plan is to put them up there, sideways on like that, and I think they will just fit, and to put these two tags in. Once again, I'm not going to put any thread in the tags. So just make these up, fold them up. I'm just going to fold them so as all the inks on the other side, because I need them as narrow as I can get them just to fit onto the paper that we've got. I'm not allied to chapter 1 in any way, shape or form, but I can tell you I really love these three kits, and I think if you're buying one you might as well buy all three, because they're lovely and they go together so well. Right, so let's just have a little try of this. Oh yeah, that's going to be fine, I think. I think so. Same with this one. So it's got the ink marks there, but I'm folding it over so as little of that line is left, just to make them a little bit narrower than they are. Because I can, of course, engrain them myself. Thin paper is not half as easy as thick paper is to fold. Thick paper sort of does what it's told, really. Is that square? Not altogether sure it is. Let's have a look. No. I should have scored these with the scoreboard. Would have been the sensible way forward, but never mind. Right, bit of ink, guys, bit of ink. I've already backed these, so we don't have to endure that. Lovely. Just on the edge, just get rid of that edge and add to the overall shabbiness. Still doing my level best to keep Hilda's board as clean as is humanly possible. It's such a lovely colour and everything. She's so kind to give it to me. I don't want her to think that I don't take care of the things. So did you all make yourselves a cup of coffee before we started? It's always a good thing to do, I think.
Is that him?
No, it wasn't actually. I knew you'd take it as a hint, but it wasn't. I was just imagining everybody sitting at home with the coffees.
You've suggested me now.
I've spurred you on. So if I put that one there, have I got room for that one? Yes, look at that. Honestly, it's like it was made for that. So, bit of glue, bit of glue, bit of glue. It's a good job I folded them over quite a lot actually, because they wouldn't have fit otherwise. Just want to fold them so as the bottom's down first. There we are. So you found it quick to do this then, Jen, to make the little journal. They are really, honestly, they are the easiest, peasiest little journals ever. It's just no fuss with them, is there? There we are then. I think that's good and firm. I like to get the bottom bit in first. And then it doesn't catch on things when you put them in. I just need to trim into there a bit more. I don't quite know what's going on here. Right, let's see, that should be better. Yeah, I think so. Because these were in the kit, I didn't actually have any surplus on the top to fold over. But it is just one little tag that's going in there, so I think we'll be alright. So I'm going to put this one down onto the bottom stitching. That one was up onto the top. This one's down on the bottom, just as a guide really. There we go. 2 tags. Just need to poke holes out.
Nancy's going for a rest.
Oh, do you know, Nancy, you were just in my thoughts right at that second. And I thought, I wonder if she's just dozing in and out a little bit. So yeah, have a nice rest, Nancy. Thank you so much for joining us. And, you know, please know you really are in my thoughts. So they go into there like that. So we're coming on now for the next page. I've decided to make a corner piece like that, just a little tuck spot there. And this is going to be a journaling card that goes into there. And I'm going to decorate it with a little butterfly there, which I think is just the most perfect colour to go with it. So I need to back some of these with, I've already backed that one with this paper, so it's quite sturdy, but this I think needs something on it. It's too flimsy. You couldn't. I'll glue this on actually whilst we deal with the other one. So I want to glue down there and there. This was a pocket in the kit, but I just cut it out to make a tuck spot. Like so. So I'm just going to put it, I'm going to use the stitching as my guideline. Pop it down onto there. Like that. Give it a minute to think about life. I've already ink drained this one. I haven't ink drained there, but it's fine. Thank you, my love.
You're welcome, my sweet.
And just pop that up there. Like so. Just give that collard a minute to set up, as Julie would say. Press the tuck down now. Just sort some paper out to back this with. More of my lined paper, guys. I've got so much of it. I've got to use it up. So I'll just press my butterfly down now. There we go. It's quite a sort of ordinary butterfly, you know what I mean? But it just looks nice on there, I thought. So we'll leave him there. Right, so the journaling card, does it have an up and a down? Not really. Well, not at all, actually. Not in the slightest. So yeah, just once again, just so you're sure, it's the Chapter 1 papers. Chapter 1 papers actually, because they're called Chapter 1 papers. And it's the Shabby Patchwork, the Strawberry Fields, and the, what did I call it? Almond, oh, I can't remember now. Almond something. What's it called? Almond.
What?
The paper.
Sugar almond.
Sugared almonds, thanks a bunch.
That's what you told me earlier.
Yeah, that's what it is. Sugared almonds. I forgot. Sugared almonds, yeah, sugared almonds. But the 3 of them, not as I'm trying to spend your money for you, because I really do know that it's easy enough to do it by yourself. But the 3 go really, really well together. Right, so we'll just cut this journaling card out. I really am trying to keep my bulk in the junk journal, not me personally, although I am trying to keep it down as well. Really down, so as the journal doesn't yaw open. So there we go. You may recall that I used this kit for something a while ago. I recall using it, but I can't recall what I used it on. If you remember, let me know. This is a test of how intently you watch. What did I use this lot on? I know what it was. You know, Hilda, as well. It was the writing set. You know, the set that flippy floppied and had pockets and all sorts of things. I made a few of them, actually, I seem to recall. And I made them with these 3 sets. Except I actually printed them out on pearlescent paper, so they were extra pretty. So I'm making progress anyway through here. It does help if I can prepare stuff and get it ready to go, but it's not always that I can do that in the morning or at night after the live. There we go. So let's move that. Pop that in there. Fits in a charm. I think it was made for there. Right. So I haven't designated anything for that page yet, but we'll come to it. I do have something in my mind, apart from clouds. Here's another pocket out of the kit and 2 journaling cards, which I have already backed in the lined paper. They're so pretty. So I'm just going to make a straightforward pocket. Okay? What I would say to you is, when you're making yours, don't just make all the pockets down at the bottom like this, because you'll end up, the bottom will be really thick and the top will be really thin, and it'll look disproportionate. You all right?
Yes.
What's wrong then? What are you looking at me like that for?
I was just thinking disproportionate things, that was all.
Ah, many in this land, in our house.
It's true.
So, guys, once again, we're on the folding of the pockets. I think I might try and do it on the scoreboard. I think it'd be easier. It's just the paper's so thin, it's not helping my cause much. I think that's there. So I believe that Shaz has got the British ephemera folder. She isn't very well at the moment, so it's probably going to rest with Shaz over Christmas and into the new year, I would have thought. And I really don't know who's got the American one. So if you are holding the American one at the moment, let me know. Not that I need you to do anything, I'm just curious where it is. I realise it's quite a big job actually filling the ephemera folder, and according to Shaz, who got it off Hilda, it was absolutely brimming with goodies. So that was an idea that our very own dear Pat Fleet came up with, these ephemera folders. And like I say, we have one in the UK and we have one in the US, and they're doing the rounds. And everybody, when they get it, seems to be absolutely delighted with it, which is excellent. So I'm just going to put that on there centrally. I am, before I do anything to it, just going to ink around it because it does need it. It's a bit pale. Don't know if I've got any ink left on here. A little bit. There we go. So, I mean, these are ideas that I'm giving you. You absolutely do not have to stick rigidly to these ideas. put, you know, do your own things inside it. That's what junk journaling's about. But I'm just giving you some ideas that you can use. Because sometimes you look at it and just scratch your head and think, what on earth am I going to fill that with? There we go. This also might benefit from, I don't know, a butterfly or a label or something. Looks a little bit on the plain side. So let's see what we've got in that line of stuff. We've got some labels, but I don't think they're right. There's loads of labels that came with this kit, but I think they got all mixed up through here actually. That one and that one came with it. That one, that's a bit big, isn't it? Oh yeah, I've got some stamps somewhere. It's quite nice, isn't it? No, it's too pale. Too big. That will be the ideal one, don't you worry. No. There's another one from the kit. No. Oh, I don't know. I might have to put a butterfly on it. I'm not really liking any of these labels on it, so let's have a look through the butterfly box. Got these really nice pink ones. I think one of those would do nicely. Question is, what size do I want? That one possibly. Don't want it massive. I don't want it overtaking the blinking pocket. So take your time when you do your fussy cutting. I have to say I'm not the world's best fussy cutter at the best of times, but when I'm trying to be quick, it's even worse. Oh, I'm having trouble going around that corner. I'm going to have to cut this out of there. I think the only way of getting good at fussy cutting is to do it again and again and again. The nights where I've sat in front of the telly and fussy cut out loads and loads of stuff, by the end, they're kind of acceptable. And then I don't fussy cut anything out because I haven't needed to, because I've cut so much on one particular night. And when I go back to it, it's like, oh my goodness, it's a disaster. I think this pink will look quite nice because it'll pick up the background colour anyway. Concentration here. Right. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. It's going to be all right. So now you just ink the edges because you don't want that white sort of thickness of the paper showing through. It's not that you really want to ink the butterfly, you just don't want that white paper on the edge. So there we go, let's stick him down. Stick him down there, I think that's all right. I say him, I mean, it's very pretty, it could be a her. Usually it's boys though in nature, isn't it, that have the, you know, the really exciting plumage, etc. And Mrs. Housekeeper, she's just brown. I'm thinking about pheasants in particular. We've got lots of pheasants up round here. And the males are sort of iridescent copper. They're beautiful. And the ladies, not so much. They're just brown. Okay, that's all right. So I've got my two backed journaling cards. Ooh, that just fits in there. And that one as well. So, very nice. Yeah, that's all right. See, because the pocket's gusseted, I've got loads of room in it. So I might come back to that one and put another journaling card in there as well. Right, this one, we have an envelope and this band, but I'm actually going to put this band on this way this time and put the envelope, which is very pretty, look at it, it's gorgeous, down through there. So it's going to look like that. So it's just a tummy tuck, but just the other way on. That's actually got some dimension to it. This is from the strawberry fields, and it's got strawberries on it, as you can see. And it does look like they come this way. So just be careful for that. I don't want the ends because they've got that faux inking on them. So I'll just chop it off where the paper ends. There we go. Lovely. Having learnt my lesson from the last time, I'm going to get my ruler out because I obviously haven't got a straight eye in my head. So I think that it wants to be about there. So let's just get lined up. 2.5. So if I leave that there, put some glue on it, we should be square. There we go. Lovely. Got oozy glue. Right, so I'll just leave that to set for a minute and put some stenciling on the back of this one. This one I think I will make up into an envelope, actually. It's just something different, isn't it? So I'm just going to put my stencil on the top there, the part that opens up, and maybe just a little bit down here where you can see this stencil's done me very good service. Mr. F cut it for me and it's been much used. Right, so that's fine, that'll do nicely. So when that's all folded up, you can see the rows around it. Lovely. So let's just have a look and see what we've got left with what I've printed out. I don't really want to be printing anything more out, if I can avoid it.
Donna's joined us. Hiya,
Donna.
No, it's still at the party.
Naughty step, or do you have a good reason?
And we've had dog at my homework, so don't try that one.
Oh, we've had that, have we? Whose dog is naughty? Several people have got naughty dog.
Yeah, I can't remember. Somebody was blaming the dog on eating the homework.
Dear, oh dear. That's quite nice. That would go in there as a little bit of journaling. You also get these fussy cuts actually of the flowers, which are nice, and lots of the tummy tuck things, pockets, part of a journal that I've chopped up, journaling card and tags. Look at those tags, I love them. You can see the little stamps. If you printed this two to a page, these stamps would be a much more manageable size, and probably actually so would the tags. Now, this is what I was looking for. Does that fit in there? Ooh, yes, I think it does. I'm going to cut it out and see if that fits in there. And I'll be delighted if it does. Delighted. It might. I mean, that might be why it was made, for all I know. Right, let's just have a little look. Let's fold that up. And see if it goes in there. Well, would you look at that? That must have been why that was made. It's just perfect. I'm happy about that. It's not the world's best bit of cutting out, to be honest with you. This is one of these things, and you take a little bit off there and a little bit off there, and you end up, you've got sort of an inch square. I'm not going to be suckered into that. I don't want to back this with anything because it's just going to end up too thick for the envelope if I do. So I'm just going to put a little bit of ink around the inside of there. And I'm going to glue this shut. Just need a little bit. A little bit will do you. A little dab will do you. That's what they say, isn't it? A little dab will do you. I don't know what it was, what the advert was for. Glue, maybe? I haven't got a clue.
Maybe they're selling fish.
Yeah. A little dab. Do you still get dabs? I've never seen dab in a fishmonger. Mind you, I've never been in a fishmonger.
You still get dabs, yeah.
Do you? Have you seen them? Have you physically seen them? Dabs?
How else can you see them?
Well, on the telly.
Imaginary dabs. If I shut my eyes and I see this aquarium. I mean, maybe that's what you think. I don't know. Yes, I saw them physically with my own eyes.
At a fishmonger's place, like a supermarket fish counter.
In a fishmonger's.
All right. When? When were you around a fish?
I'll just check my diary.
Anyway, for the uninitiated, and I know all of you know this, a dab is a type of fish. I haven't seen any around for ages. I mean, for sale. Obviously, I wouldn't see them if they're floating in the sea. Right, so there we are. We've got our little card in there. We've got that there. I'm actually just going to take off that corner because it's just a bit too on the pointy side for me. That's better, I think. Just round it off.
Brill cream.
A little dab will do you. Brill cream. There you go. Right, so that's going to fit down into
really
there.
Does age you.
Yeah, it does. Put it in that way.
I realised there was probably less fish around when you were younger. They hadn't evolved.
That's mean. That's very mean. See what I mean? These pockets, they're not full enough. So the things are going to fall out. And I don't, not keen on that idea of things floppying around all over the place. Right, so that's that done. So we've got this one to do, this one to do. Is that it? Yeah. See, same thing here. It needs another tag in there, guys. That's all right. It could possibly stand another journaling card behind it. And I was wondering with these hearts, if I was to take one off and stick it onto that band, it would look quite nice, I think. So yeah, that is what I'm going to do. When I'm saying here that you need to put another tag in, you know how to do that, so you don't need to watch me put additional tags in there. And if you've done it with thicker paper, might be that you don't need any additional tags at all. So that's the blue one. That's the cream one. I think I like the cream one. No, I'm going to do the blue one. What the heck? Let's do the blue one. Just want some paper that isn't lined. Not that it's going to make a jot's worth of difference. And there's no point me cutting it out first, then sticking it on there and cutting it out again. That's just daft. So I'm just going to stick it down and cut them both out together. So there we are. Just give that a second to think about setting while I have a slurp from my cup of coffee. So, how's everyone doing today? Camellia Crafts. Hiya, Julie. Thanks for joining. I didn't mention you earlier, so I'll say it now. You're getting brave, Mr. F, says Lynn. Brave or foolish, Lynn? That's the question.
Always there on the side of safety. Go for foolish.
Oh, thanks, Jean. Shabby chic is always pretty, isn't it? You can't go wrong with it. It's such a lovely little thing. But because it's, get your sleeves rolled up, girl, look like you mean business. Because it's coming up to Santa time, then, you know, you've got to make the effort, I think. Because if you don't now, and you're just carrying on doing your normal journals, then I'll just be carrying on doing my normal journals in the spring and the summer. But I can't wait, actually, because at the, maybe last summer, I don't know, some time ago, I made a start on a journal that is going to be 12 journals long, you might recall. Well, yeah, 12 journals, but they're going to be in groups of 3, and it's going to be March, April, May, and the spring journal. And you can imagine the rest, don't need to go through it. And they will be sold as the complete set. So, yeah, I mean, they're going to be expensive, but they're going to be lovely. And I can't wait to get back to that, actually. Because I didn't even finish the first one. So, yeah, I made a start, but it was a bit half-hearted. So I'm backing this because I want it to have a bit more strength. Because it's on the tummy tuck, it might get knocked a little bit when you're putting things in and out. So I want it just to have a little bit of strength to it. It just came to me when I was cutting that other thing out and I saw these 2 hearts. I thought, I know where they could go. Well, one of them. So there we are. We've got our slightly firmer heart. Just remove that. I'm going to put that there. I think that's going to look nice. It's just something different, isn't it?
Kerry says she's just looked at a new portrait prints kit called Yummy Pink Christmas.
Oh no.
Don't tell me you don't own it.
I do not own it. Oh, was that Kerry?
Yeah.
She's naughty. She's a really naughty girl. Kerry Roberts. Get yourself on that naughty step. Yummy Pink Christmas. No, I haven't seen it. Right, let's stick this on here and hope that I haven't got the glue too far over. Or
there used to be surprisingly little pink Christmas around.
Yeah, they did. Like nothing.
Nothing at all.
Surprisingly so, there was nothing. You couldn't get fabric in it or anything. No, that's not stuck to the page below. That's quite magical. I'm just going to put that little bit of waste paper in there and do this, but I don't want it to ooze out onto the background, so go. I don't think anything oozed out anyway, but you know, better safe than sorry. So that looks nice. I find that much more pleasing. We'll put our little faux envelope in there. Right, then let's turn to a page that's got nothing on it. This one, for example. And I want to do a corner angled tuck spot. How about that? How about nice pink? We haven't used that before, have we? No. No, we haven't. So what I'm going to do is, I don't want this inky stuff around the top, so I'm going to cut that off. I've got the luxury of not needing to use the whole sheet of paper, so I'm going to ditch that inky bit. I'm going to come down to the next sort of line of the patchwork, as it were. And down here too. Yeah, I'm going to come to there. I'll leave that bottom bit on just in case at some stage I need a full width. Right, so my intention is this, that I'm going to put a top corner flip. What do you call that? Tuck spot. Yeah, tuck spot. Just like to keep sure that you're listening. And I want it to come over to about, do I want it the whole width of the page? That might be quite nice, yeah. So doing the whole width of the paper, and then I'll measure that and I'll come down. Look, see, these are falling out. This is no good. It's no good at all. Need to put more tags and stuff in there, which I shall do by the time I see you again tomorrow. So that is, where's my inch bit here? That is actually, well, just 4 1/4, you could say. So if I come down 4 1/4 here, 4 1/4, then I will have a triangle with equal sides. But when I cut it, I've got my mark there at 4 1/4. I've got my mark here at 4 1/4, but I want to allow an extra 1/2 inch so I can fold over the edge, just so it's got a little bit of strength to it. So this is the side down my ruler that's got the 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to put that on that line there, and I'm going to line it, not the edge of the ruler, 1/2 inch in. Line that up with that mark there and with that mark there, and that's where I'm going to cut it. So I've actually got 1/2 an inch spare. That's the theory. So I'll put this on my scoreboard like so and mark 1/2 an inch. It's this paper. Honestly, it's not easy to score. Let's just check we're all right. Keep pushing it up to that edge. Well, that's as good as I can do. Let's see. I've got glitter all over my scoreboard.
Carrie's got to run.
Yeah, do you see that? She tells you about the kitten, My Porch Prince, and says bye. See ya.
Yeah. My work here is done.
Exactly. Thanks for dropping by, Carrie. It's always nice to see you. Thank you. So I'm just folding that way first, so hopefully I can get a better fold this way.
Sharon would just like to clarify, we're going to do the same thing in the Christmas envelope journal.
Pretty much. So if you're bored now, don't bother watching the Christmas one.
Yeah. Tune in at Easter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, pretty similar, I would say. I mean, there's probably going to be more journaling cards and things involved because I've got the pictures with Santa on that I don't want to cut into to make pockets, etc. But yeah.
A bit more blingy, perhaps.
Oh yeah, it's going to have... I'll be enhancing well, I don't have any tags, any Christmas tags, so I've been making my own tags and, you know, glittering them up and stenciling on them and, you know. So it'll be a bit more exciting, I think, than this one. So that's going to be my tuck spot. I give you my tuck spot, ladies and gents. Don't forget Mike and Mr. Fix-It. They've got a complex. If you haven't got a complex by now, you two, you certainly ain't trying.
Just one would be nice.
One complex?
Yeah.
One complex thought?
Yeah.
No, don't. You'll only strain your little brain. Right, so there we are. That just needs sticking around there, and we've got ourselves a jolly nice tuck spot. Glue. I'm just going to glue down that edge first. If you don't glue it down, it gets caught on things and it just becomes a proper pest. A proper pest. So, with regards to journaling cards, I've got that, but I think that might be a bit big. I'll leave that out, might do. Got quite a lot of envelopes in here, but that's not a bad thing necessarily. So line this up with the edge of your paper, like that, and there you have it, a tuck spot. Very nice too. I'm glad that some of you have found this really easy to do. It is an easy peasy journal, I mean it really is. But yet, it's quite charming in its own way, I think.
Chris Leonard said, I missed something. Did you do a YouTube to show the basic journal?
I did, Chris. Yes, I did. It's called an
Easy Peasy.
Easy Peasy Journal.
Yep.
And it was on yesterday live, similar sort of time.
This is day 2.
This is day 2. This is decorating the Easy Peasy Journal. I think this is the one we made yesterday. So it's basically 5 of these envelopes and they're stuck together in a really easy peasy way. And then you put papers on them and stuff, as you can see, like this. But if you find that first video, you'll be on the right track. It's nice to have you with us, incidentally. Thank you for joining. So I'm just wondering if that would go up in there. Yeah, it would. But it looks a little bit on the plain side, doesn't it? I don't know, I'll keep that in abeyance. See what else I've got that I could call in. I've got that, is that too big? Yeah, got that. Just half a journal. That might be quite nice. Keep that in abeyance as well. They're all tags. Ooh. And that's just the plain fabric, I was going to say, the plain paper and the plain blue, which is gorgeous. I do love it, but I want something. I'll ink round that and see what it looks like once it's inked round, and maybe, you know, something added to it. Little heart or something. I don't know. Basically, I don't know. That's the story of my life. So I'm just going to lightly ink around here. Just to give it a bit of interest, really. There we go. Right, so I think I'll stick this one up. I've got to do the trick with the blinking rose. I'm sure you're sick of looking at this, but I don't like the white paper. So I'm just going to ink round there. I don't like it when you open the envelope and you see the white paper. It's not nice. Let's just do along there as well. There we go. Right. There's probably enough ink on there, actually, come to think of it. You don't have to have it dark, just present. That's nice. And just a little bit coming down here. There we go, that is absolutely fine. Let's stick this together. What time do we? Oh, we're all right. We're not doing too badly today, are we? I appreciate all of you girls and guys, maybe if Mr. Sinclair did his homework, that did your homework last night. And I'm sorry I'm not doing Santa today, but it's kind of the same thing. And tomorrow I'll be back on the case of Santa Claus.
And Mike needs a shout out. He's just sewn in his 2 signatures for his LGB.
Wow, Mike! Well done. Well done. Was there any swearing, Jen? Come on, you can tell. Any naughty words in the Sinclair household? So there we are. I'm just going to knock the end off that because I just don't like it. There we are. Yeah, well done, Mike. That is indeed an accomplishment. So that's that. So how would it be if I had that down there? I quite like that. It's all right. What else do I have? This is so typical of me. Haul things out, see what you've got, put them back away. I've got that. That's quite nice. That might go along there with the heart on top. Yeah, that's that job done. So let's just, well, let's just stick it on and then I'll cut it off where I don't need it. That's the best plan. This has been printed out on firmer paper for some reason. So it's got a bit more turgidity. Yeah, that's all right there. Just pop that along there. I'll cut this one out. It's on thin paper, but it doesn't matter. It's going onto that envelope. It'll be fine. So I think we've just got one more page to put something on. And then after that it's the cover and stuff. But I want to get Santa up to the same stage. And then we'll start on the cover. So I'm going to put that there. I quite like that actually. Let's just chop this off. I'm trying very hard and succeeding in not using lace or ribbon or anything like that, because it's just adds to the bulk, and you just, you know there isn't room in this journal for bulk. I mean, if you've got some of that really sort of thin nylon lace, you could probably definitely get away with that, I'd say. So there we are, just Okay. I'm very grateful to you all for staying with me. Thank you very much. There we are. So, yeah, prettified that up. It looks lovely. You could possibly also stand a butterfly, but I'll think about that. When I come to put extra little bits in, I'll see what I think. So, there we are. Yeah, these are just going to annoy me. They need something else in them to bulk them up, because they're just going to keep flying out. So pop that in that way so as you can still see the heart, etc. There we are. That's nice. It's a nice page. So it's just this one now. So I think I'm going to use the blue patchwork paper, because it's underrepresented, I think, in here. That's this one, and I'm going to do a sort of corner pocket, an angled corner pocket. So I did put some marks on here earlier. I'm hoping that I was accurate, but I think I was. So I've got one mark there. It'll all become clear to you. I'll show you as it goes. One mark there that I need to cut. With this, I really have just printed out what I needed when I needed it, which is unusual for me, because normally I print out the whole kit and then think, oh, but I wanted it double-sided, so then you've got to print it all out again. This, I really, as I've sat down this morning going through it, thought, oh, I could do with that. I'll print it out. So I haven't got masses of excess like I normally have. Just trim the white edges off. Now, I'm not going to make this a gusseted pocket, because as you see, we're having problems with the gusseted pockets. There's too much space in them almost. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. We can add extra stuff to it. Right, so this pocket then is going to go along the bottom there, up the side. That's maybe a bit too high. Then it's, yeah, I think so. I think I want it to about there, actually. I want it to about there. Then I want it to come in an inch-ish and then come down to here. So about there. So I'll measure that for you so you know what I'm on about. So up the side is 1 3/4, and I'm going to come in to 1 1/4, that line there. So the first thing I want to do is get rid of that excess height that I've got. It's just too high for the page. Then come in 1 inch, which is the end of that pink one, and there's my mark there. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to line up. Here's my line. Here's the extra 1/2 inch, and I want that outside the line. So line this up with the marks that you've made, which will give you an additional 1/2 inch to fold over.
Some flappage.
Some flappage, yes. So we need to just score that at 1/2 inch. There we are. I'm just going to do the same thing again. I'm going to fold it that way first. Seems to be the way it wants to fold from that scoreboard. And then down there. So let's have a look and see what that looks like. That looks mighty fine. Yeah, I like that, and then find something to pop in it. So I'm going to stick this flap down first, then ink around it, then stick it all down. Get stuck down. Give you one job to do. Right, okay, that's thinking about sticking. So I'm just going to ink around there a little bit. This paper is just so pretty. You know, each little square is a, you know, forget-me-nots and butterflies. It's just a pretty, pretty paper. I believe they've also got a lovely Christmas one out. I haven't bought it. I haven't bought any paper for ages, actually. I've been really good. So there we are, a little bit of ink on there. And let's attach this. Yeah, I think that's going to look nice. You can sew around all these if you want to. Nothing's stopping you. In fact, if I wasn't doing this live, I probably would sew around everything. I'm not going to stick this bit, just going to stick down the sides and along the bottom and up this side as if it was an ordinary pocket. So down the sides and along the bottom. Pop that on there. Give it a minute to think about life. It's Julie's tip. It seems to work really well, so thanks, Julie, from Camellia Crafts Designs. Pop over and have a look at her video. She did her version of the Take 5 making the tag the other day, and I cannot get the time to sit down and watch it. Honestly, I really want to watch it as well. This could probably do, it's got this little butterfly on here, so it's kind of suggesting to me that a butterfly would look nice on it. I don't know if I've got one to hand. That's nice, isn't it? I'll just see what I've got. I've got one the same as I put, no, that doesn't work this time. Does not work. Nope. I think I've got a big box of the cutouts that came with the kits, actually. No, must be these ones.
People are liking the pink and blue.
The pink and blue, yeah, I like the pink. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Nice pink butterfly there. I might feel inclined to put him on there. All these roses, etc., come with the kit. And I love roses, I love flowers, as you know, but I think that's just a bit too twee. Never thought I'd hear myself say it, but I think it is just a little bit twee. That's the, that might be nice. You get these forget-me-nots with the kit. I think that's quite nice, actually. I have more forget-me-nots. These drove me mad fussy cutting them. You see them actually in the patchwork paper there. So I'm just sort of introducing them. Oh, I'm going to use that in some fashion, definitely. Just need to think about it. I'm just going to press my pocket down. Right, there we are. So how about that? And just that. It's kind of hiding that butterfly underneath, but I mean, I can't. Yeah, I like that. I mean, it's not really bold or anything, but it's nice. It's not in your face. Yeah, the blue and the pink, the whole kit, the whole thing, it's just gorgeous.
Lynn suggested some sort of greenery or leaves.
Yeah, I've got leaves there.
There isn't really much on that paper though, is there? In terms of...
No, I'd have to go off the kit, you know, to get some greenery, which, I mean, you can, of course you can. I'll just go with this, because I know that it came from the kit, and I can see that it's there, so it's picking it up really well. And I think that looks quite nice there. I don't think I said hello to Lynn. Hello, Lynn. Thanks for your suggestion, and I know where you're coming from. I'm just going to pop that there, like that. As I go through it later on, this evening, etc., I will be adding more stuff to it, and etc., etc., you know. But I think that's probably, has that given you enough of a start? You can now go on, I think, and you know, fill it up pretty much. I mean, let's start at the beginning. That's blank because that's going to be the first page that you see, so that needs to be a bit kind of special, really. So I'll leave that for the time being. So in here we've got this pocket with a little label on, and we've got two tags. Now I'm going to have to bulk that up because it's just not plain bold. They're just not staying in. So I don't know, could I get away with one of these? Are they too tall? Yeah, they're too tall. And I just really want to use what I've got printed, so see what else I've got. I might have to print something extra, I don't know. Pockets, labels. Oh, these tags are nice. A bit bigger than that one. Yeah. So yeah, I probably could get away with them. Yeah, let me just cut that out and place it in there, so I've got a solution to my problem when I come try and sort it. I'm not going to go around that, I'll go around that when I put it onto the backing paper. Right, so I'm going to put that onto backing paper and into the back there. I think that'll solve that problem. Here we've got this slides around too much, but that's very easily rectified with a paper clip. So I'm just going to take a paper clip, a pink one, and come in from there. That's solved that problem, and it's not unattractive. If you really wanted to, you could tie a little bit of ribbon on there, but trying to keep the bulk down, so I think we're all right with that. Yeah, I hope that'll be all right. Then we've got these. These are just going to be a right royal pain. I can see it coming on. I don't think I've got any more little tags. Oh, I've got one there, but that might be all I've got. Looks like I'm going to have to print something. Oh, what have I got here? I've got two there that are fairly similar. They might do the job. Save having to print anything. Save the environment. Goodness me, I tell you, I'm useless at saving the environment. I don't know whether one additional one's going to do. I think it's going to have to, because I'm going to end up too bulky otherwise. So what I can do is put some thicker paper on the back there to thicken it up a little bit. But that might be all right actually, like that. Where was the other one here? They're all quite similar, but they all are quite similar. So this is what I'm going to do to rectify mine. You, I'm sure, will have your own solutions. You might not even be using chapter 1 papers, but they are nice. And like I say, I've come back to these, which, you know, Jan was asking, when you do something with one kit, is that it, you know? One and done sort of thing. It can be, you know, if I've tired of the kit from using it, but this kit I absolutely have not tired of. I adore it. Or these kits, should I say. That needs a bit of ink around there. It's annoying me because it's not inked. And that is journal card also needs inked, so we can sort that out, no problem. What have we got here? Oh yeah, we've got this. That's all done. That's nice page. These seem to be all right in there, I think. Don't know. No, a bit loose. A bit on the loose side. So we need another tag then in there. And I'm sort of running out. I've got pockets galore. That's not much help. Got that gorgeous little roundel there. Would that fit in? I think it's still slack actually. So I could put another one of these in, but 3 of the similar type in one pocket's just a bit much. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a paper clip on the top of that page there to remind me something needs to go in there. And it's handy because on the back I need to find a journaling card or something to go in there. In here we're done, I think that's done, and then that's us finished. So you just need to find yourself a journaling card, envelope, something like that to fit into there, and go through and see where you need to add some more thickness to stop everything falling out. But in the interim, let's put our little journals and journaling cards back in. So the ones with the ribbon on are the second last. Go in like so. And the second overall, the second first, if you like.
Yeah, Lynn's asking, would sewing bulk it up enough to...
It might, you know, Lynn, yeah.
Help.
Yeah, it would definitely help.
Or you could back it in slightly thicker.
Yeah.
Coffee stained card.
So then these go in the ones that you haven't used already. And I've put my tags on so they're staggered. You don't need to do that, but I showed you how to do that right at the start. What goes in there? This might help a little bit just to fatten them up. Right, so that's the journaling card then. We're doing all right. That's not too fat at all, actually. We're doing okay. I'd kind of hoped that would take up a bit of room, but no, I think I'm still going to have to implement the suggestions that I said to you. So there we are, guys. There's plenty for you there to get on with. If you don't fancy doing your Santa, I'll be doing my Santa tomorrow. And like I say, with the tags, I'm going to get slightly more arty, bit of stenciling, bit of glitter, bit of mess generally. So in the interim, I'll make sure the shabby chic journal, easy peasy journal, is done as much as it possibly can be, without having to put the cover on, because that's a separate thing. So, okay, guys, I'm very, very grateful to you for your company. It's been very enjoyable today. I've really had a good time. I hope you have too. I hope you've learned a little bit of something, although I can't think what you could have learned. It's all fairly straightforward.
Zanet Wiseman said it's adorable.
Oh, thank you, Zanet. That's really sweet of you. I do love shabby chic. So there you go. I shall see you tomorrow, 2 o'clock UK time, where we will be doing Santa. We'll be doing pretty similar to what we've done to the shabby chic, but it'll be Santa. So as a consequence, it'll be glittery and sparkly and pretty. So see you then, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye.
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 Catch you Monday and Tuesday.
Monday and Tuesday, yeah. Bye.
Bye.